Hey everyone, Cosmic Mango here, your favourite mango from outer space. I hope you're all doing well. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing some cards that can be purchased on a budget and can be used to change the path of the game for you. Budget game changers that are worth picking up, baby, oh yeah! So without further ado, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Number 1. Plum The Forbidden. An instant spell that costs 1 black and 1 colourless mana to cast. It says the following. As an additional cost to cast this spell, you may sacrifice 1 or more creatures. When you do, copy this spell for each creature sacrificed this way. You draw a card and you lose 1 life. When you're in trouble, card draw is often one of the best mechanics to get you out of a pickle. This card is low to cast and can offer a huge amount of card draw, as long as you have enough life to spare and creatures to sacrifice. Run this in a deck that generates a lot of tokens or aristocrat decks that love sacking creatures to trigger abilities, and you'll have an excellent time with this excellent card. You can buy this card for around $1.80. Number 2. Deafening Silence. An enchantment spell that costs 1 white mana to cast. It says the following. Each player can't cast more than 1 non-creature spell each turn. This card is pretty gross and often hated by a lot of players. The power this card offers is absurd, especially in the right deck. Slowing down magic is often frowned upon, but the power this card offers is pretty damn good if you're playing it, of course. People want to cast spells in Command DC, so a card like this can totally be used as a game changer because it can severely punish opponents' playstyles and help you catch up. You can buy this card for around $1.70. Number 3. Mind Harness. An enchantment spell that costs 1 blue mana to cast, and it says the following. Enchant red or green creature. Cumulative upkeep 1. At the beginning of your upkeep, put an age counter on this permanent, then sacrifice it unless you pay its upkeep cost for each age counter on it. You control enchanted creature. If you're playing against a lot of red or green cards, then you will adore Mind Harness. You can use this card to steal your opponent's creatures and use it against them. Who wouldn't love that? You can buy this card for the super budget price of around 28 cents. Number 4. Cleansing Nova. A sorcery spell that costs 2 white and 3 colourless mana to cast. It says the following. Choose 1. Destroy all creatures, or destroy all artifacts and enchantments. If this isn't a game changer, then what is? You get 2 wonderful choices on this card. Either destroy all the creatures on the board, or destroy all artifacts and enchantments. This board wipe offers great versatility, helping us deal with the biggest of threats on the board, whether it be creatures, artifacts or enchantments. You can buy this card for around 99 cents. Number 5. Rebuild. An instant spell that costs 1 blue and 2 colourless mana to cast. It says the following. Return all artifacts to their owner's hands. Short and sweet. This is an excellent card for slowing down opponents. You can either cut down their mana ramp or jump their combo pieces back to their hands. Both excellent choices. Of course, there are other reasons to cast this spell, but for those 2, in my opinion, are the best ways of using this spell. Plus, this card is an instant speed and only costs 3 total mana to cast. You can buy this card for around 35 cents. Number 6. By Force. A sorcery spell that costs 1 red mana to cast and X. It says the following. Destroy X target artifacts. I spoke about this card in one of my recent videos, but here we go. This card is wonderful. Destroying our opponent's artifacts is superb and a very, very powerful effect indeed. The cool thing is, this really doesn't cost too much either. We only have to pay 1 red and then X or however many targets we want to hit. We can use it early or late game, and the card will always feel relevant. I personally adore this card, and with Vanderblast being quite expensive these days, this is a great budget alternative. You can buy this card for around 80 cents. Number 7. End Raise Forerunners. A creature ball that costs 3 green and 5 colourless mana to cast. It has 7 power and 7 toughness, and it says the following. Vigilance, Trample, Haste. When End Raise Forerunners enters the battlefield, Other creatures you control get +2/+2 and gain vigilance and trample until the end of turn. I actually own a few of this card and often find it runs very well in my mono green decks. You can tutor for it in a mono green deck quite easily and quite efficiently, as we have access to many great creature tutors in green. This creature also has haste and 7 power, so it comes in and it can straight away attack for 7 damage. We also have that sweet vigilance and trample, which is a great benefit on the card, and being able to buff up all our other creatures can often be a game changing and game winning ability. The card is great and you can buy it for a very affordable price of around 60 cents. Number 8, Bolt Bend. An instant spell that costs 1 red and 3 colorless mana to cast. It says the following. This spell costs 3 colorless mana less to cast if you control a creature with power 4 or greater. Change the target of target spell or ability with a single target. Gosh, this is a hidden gem. A lot of people don't run this card and they really should. It's so good. This card is fantastic and feels like the card, like a budget version of Deflecting Swat, which is a very expensive card to buy now. You'll most likely be casting this spell the majority of the time for just 1 mana. The 4 power creature rule is not that hard to achieve, especially in Commander, and you can buy this card for around $1.60. Number 9, Hurl Through Hell. I think that's a great card for a card, by the way. So yeah, Hurl Through Hell. An instant spell that costs 1 red, 1 black, and 2 colorless mana to cast. It says the following. Exile target creature. Until the end of turn, next turn by the way, you may cast that card and you may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast that spell. Another great and fun card to cast. We get to choose an opponent's best creature, exile it, and have the chance to cast it by the end of our next turn. Then we can use it against them to help us win the game. An absolute game changer where we don't actually always have to cast the creature we exile. Often in Commander, exiling is enough, and at instant speed, this is a pretty snazzy one at that. You can buy this card for around $1.20. Number 10, the final card on this list, Necromantic Selection. A sorcery spell that costs 3 black and 4 colorless mana to cast. It says the following. Destroy all creatures, then return a creature card put into the graveyard this way to the battlefield under your control. It's a black zombie in addition to its other colors and types. Exile Necromantic Selection. This is an absolutely devastating board wipe. Yes, it costs a lot of mana to cast, but the reward it offers can be huge and totally game changing. I feel like this is an excellent choice for a game changing card, as it cleans the board and even has the ability to give us a fantastic creature in return from someone's graveyard. It can be an opponent's or it can be ours. The possibilities are pretty endless with this card. Very, very good. You can buy this card for around 50 cents. Okie dokie, my friends, that is the end of my list. Do you agree with my choices? Do you have any other recommendations you would like to share? If so, please share in the comment section below. It's always fun to read your comments, and I try my best to answer to as many of the comments that I can. As always, thanks so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It will help you be updated for more of my future YouTube content. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day, wonderful week, and goodbye.